Dude.
Hey, what's up, nigga? Hey, who got weed? Man, I need some of that dank right, straight right. I can't fuck with none of that light, that shit, that flow.
Live.
Hey, let's go, man. Hey, welcome to the Smoking and Joking Show. I'm your host, Reed. My co-host, Ralphine, will be back on Sunday. Shout out to her. I'm gonna just jump right in it. We don't have any guests here today. I'm gonna just keep talking, just talking a little bit of shit, especially about some relatives that I would remain nameless. But I had a relative that hit me up yesterday. Somebody very close to me. And he was just talking like he let his I don't know what he has going on, but he thinking coming to California is going to better his life. And the only reason I won't let him come to California is because he's a goddamn thief, man. This man is still icing off a cake. We got relatives that we choose that we have to fuck with because they're our relatives because they blood. Once somebody has a uh, some um, some smut on their background like that, you can't fuck with them, even if they're your relatives. So that's the biggest shit I was going on. But I can't fuck with him, man. I love him, but then his girl tried to text me and was trying to talk shit, and I'm like, bro, what type of shit is that, man? Like you can't speak up for yourself. Like you're a man, you're a whole ass man. But that's neither here nor there. I want to just start off by saying, like, you gotta let people go. Just because they're your relative or your blood, you have to stop fucking with them, bro. Anybody that doesn't bring you peace in your life, you can't fuck with them. I'm like I said, I'm alone most of the time. I live alone. I do a lot of shit alone. But I would tell people, man, your peace of mind is the best thing for you, man. And the crazy shit that be happening, you extend your arm to motherfuckers and they'll try to pull you down and shit. But on a lighter note, man, I've been just trying to keep up with the news lately and shit like that, man. I know y'all probably been watching the news and watch what's going on, social media and shit. I've been trying to follow like the new music and shit like that, but sometimes it's like, man, it's hard to kind of keep up because we live in changing times. As you can see, shout out to the BBWs who were watching this. I love them thick. What they say, you got to be over two something to do something. Shout out to y'all, man. I be seeing y'all in y'all little sundresses and your little flip flops with your thick eggs. But I can't say that in California. No offense to Cali women that hear this right now, but when I think y'all don't got no ass, man. Sorry, I hate to say that. I tell you, this gonna be a while, so I'm gonna speak my mind on a lot of shit. And like I said, I'm the only person here right now because Ralphine will be back on Sunday, and that's how we're gonna go from there. We talked about cutting relatives off. Like it's men mental health awareness. We still pushing that, and like sometimes that's almost a taboo topic. Like I go through it every day because right now, as you guys know, I'm not working. I'm working on my PhD, so I'm still trying to save money, pinching pennies, borrowing, stealing, but not stealing. I don't steal shit. That's a joke. If anybody hear that. I will not steal, unlike that unknown relative that will still remain nameless. Shout out to like organizations like Vets 365. They were able to even like for the little things they do and the big things they do, even helping supply your boy with groceries and shit like that, man. They help out. They have helped me out a lot in the past too. They furnished my whole apartment. So good organizations, man. And this show is sponsored by Artias. Please don't forget that. Like and subscribe. What else? Some other shit that's going on? Men's mental health awareness. Like I said, I done seen some. We going through it, man. I know some of us go through it more than others. Every day is something. More shit, man. You got to go outside and still face the world, man. I get so upset sometimes because I'm more on a cleanse from alcohol. So I've been like, instead of drinking like every day or anything, I drink once a week. But I'm trying to turn over a new leaf because you can't always use substance to cure what's wrong with you and shit, and it ain't good for your liver or your heart. So I'm cutting that out. I can honestly say last night probably would be my last drink for a while now because I'm trying to be focused on positivity. And I want you guys to be positive out there too, man. Shit. Especially my BBWs. But if y'all like to drink, I'm your man too. Nah, I'm joking. I wouldn't like to drink, but I would like to take you out on the date. Oh shit, we got a guest. What's up, Doc? You ready to introduce yourself to the people?
What up?
What's good, brother?
What you guys up
just
to?
chilling.
Shout out to Gibson. He hit me up and Tor, and I know y'all tuned in, and that's dope, man. Keep doing y'all thing, man.
Hell yeah, we see you out there. You want to tell the people about your hip hop blog and everything, which I got popping over there?
Man, we're just active, man. No matter what.
Hell yeah.
Okay, dope. Gibson is calling me. I'm in, man. I'm in. So, what about the blog, man? Every day is something different. Every day is something different because we're on top of it. We just covered the new Rakim release that's coming out July 26th on my birthday. So I'm looking forward to that right there.
Hell yeah.
And then, tonight I'm going to Immortal Technique show in Riverside.
Oh, shout out to Immortal Technique. That's the one conscious rapper, man. He don't care. He takes on the establishment and every damn thing.
Yeah, man. He's a little, he's a little controversial, but I respect him as an MC, as a creative, and as an influence in many people's lives. And when it comes down to hip hop and independency and speaking your mind without a filter but yeah, I'm just so blessed that y'all my Marines, man, and y'all have witnessed my grind since day one. And and it came from an idea to me blogging from this room right here that you see, to me having an aspiration to get an office in LA, and I made that happen. We were in the hood in LA for a good minute, and then I had more aspirations to one day getting an office in downtown Los Angeles on Los Angeles Street, and we made that happen. And it's just pretty much, the circumstance of just wanting to do something.
No, I feel you, and I know and
making it happen. Yeah, and making it happen, on a professional level, on a platform level, and man, and it's a lot of weight on our shoulders. But I say us and we because obviously it's not a one-man team. If you see the content we put out
every day, I follow it all day on Instagram. I follow it all the time because
so we got
MCs, man.
We got the gram, we got X, we got Facebook that's still hitting harder than ever right now. And then we have our website that's getting, the most traffic it's ever gotten at this point. And then so at this point, it went from a hobby to something that was fun to now we got to deliver information to these heads who depend on us for just to check out something new. And I'm blessed enough that we've been able to create this platform with an easy name to remember. But with that name comes responsibility and serving the typical underground hip hop. And it's not typical no more since there's different sounds from all over the country. But
exactly,
my platform holds me more accountable than other platforms. So I can't post drama. I can't post gossip.
I never see you guys post drama, but I did have a question for you. As you being a hip hop head, hip hop, aficionado, if I probably pronounced the shit wrong, but you being in the hip hop.
We got the merch. We got the merch.
Oh, I need to get me one of those. I'm gonna buy me one, brother. I'm gonna definitely support. But what do you think about the Kendrick? I know it's old. It's been beaten like a dead horse. So what do you think of the Kendrick and Drake beef? What do you see that? Do you see Kendrick as that being a landslide, or do you see that Drake got his he could come back and probably make some more good music?
Oh man, it's just the good thing is everybody's talking about it for the good week or two. So that's the good thing, and it's good that somebody like Kendrick is giving Drake a challenge because I think he's needed that.
Yeah.
But I'm a Cali head. I'm an LA guy, so I can't really. I got my bias. So
now I had a big bias too, but I was like I'm not a Drake fan, but I always from Kendrick's from his mixtapes, download them shits on live mixtapes when he just
and coming from my realm, there's a lot of commercial MCs that are respected in the underground, so I can't post anything about Drake because I'll get unfollowed. But if I post something dope about Kendrick, I won't get unfollowed. So at least I have this community of purists that at the end of the day, K Dot's been K Dot. He just goes by Kendrick Lamar. So I've been rocking with him since 15 years ago when he was in a studio in the Inland Empire collabing with some associates that I know, and he was just a random dude. So I come across a lot of MCs in their beginning stages. I'm not saying Kendrick, but so many MCs were like years later, they're doing bigger and better things, and I'm just blown away. And I'm just blessed enough if my platform helped them catapult their career in a certain way, hey. But if my platform didn't help them in any way, I give them credit for their own grind. And
when you gonna interview my girl, man?
Prodigy's daughter.
Yeah. I like
First of all, rest in peace, Prodigy.
Definitely rest in peace to one of the best right there.
Yeah. I just Havoc, Mobb Deep, and Shook Ones. That's my stuff right there. That raised everybody. So but as soon as she hits LA, I'm always networking with people. So sometimes we do random something. Yeah, she's making her own beats now.
I've been seeing her. I'm like, and she got her father kind of like flow. It's kind of like that spooky flow. That's what I like about her. I feel like she got the look, she got the talent. I feel like she's gonna be bigger than what people. And she's not rapping about her body or
I got and I have my opinions on. There is no valid opinion on a female rapper, but when there's female rappers and then there's female MCs.
Yeah, two different things.
Yeah. She's not a rapper.
Yeah.
She ain't trying to. She has the looks, but she has the skill too.
Yeah, so, she's nice.
Yeah, so she's nice with it, but she's not over. She doesn't overdo it. She doesn't use her dad's pull. She's creating her own lane. So that's what I always respect. Yeah. But I'm no one to. I'm no one to help her out. It's just up to her to put up to my platform. But I've networked with her, and she looks forward to doing a mic session one day with us. And as much as a lot of MCs that just perceive us from a distance, and they just can't wait to hit LA and check in with us. So we're always blessed that we have complete strangers from all over the country who check in with us. But me running the platform the way I do, I get to eliminate a lot of hobbyists, a lot of dudes who don't take this serious. So it's like there's one thing about rapping and making music, but there's one thing going out of your comfort zone and getting PR and getting put on by platforms with different audiences, and now you're showing your music to complete strangers who don't know who you are. But that's the whole point of marketing yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a strong advocate of getting yourself outside your comfort zone and showing your music to new people, new platforms, new business entities. If you get opportunities like that, you only get so much by making music for your friends and family and to your existing followers.
They're gonna like it regardless. But who's a new person that you're looking to come out that everybody should have on their radar? Like somebody that you think is gonna be the next person, like is like nice with the skills, got the whole visuals down for videos and all types of stuff.
I would say I like Rome Streets. I like Ito. I like but these are East Coast guys. Who else? I like the whole Griselda movement. I like Bold.
Hey, shout out to the Griselda. Shout out to Buffalo, New York. My homegirl Jazz was from there.
But I can't forget the West. since I'm out here, you know, I gotta shout out my boy Pause One. He's a dope MC. But like right now, who's really making a noise out here that I see and it's obvious, and it's XP the Marksman, Surrealist, my boy Do Networks. He's not an MC, but he's an A&R, and he has a roster of MCs that he's catapulting to the next level. And who else? Nug Life. He's a producer and an MC who's been producing for years, and I've seen him take his brand to the next level from making beats in his home garage to now full-fledged billboards in Los Angeles off the freeway, promoting his project. But man, the next one up out here from LA, I have to say XP the Marksman. You know, I just, you know, sometimes I wish my platform could just, you know, put these people on and get them known. But you know, my platform is 1% of the overall puzzle, of the overall grind. So, you know, a lot of people think it's easy just to rap and make music, but you know, once you get into the business aspects and PR and, you know, selling merch, and you know, now the vinyl movement is coming back now.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that. I was going to buy me a record player just to even have it, because I feel like that's another missing part that we kind of forget, because I see a lot of DJs when you go out, they just using a CD and they just messing with, you know, like changing.
You know, like I live in a blessed world where, like, you know, I have a PS5 entertainment system, so only thing I play, I don't play much video games. If anything, I play basketball or football.
Yeah.
You know, Madden or 2K, right?
Yeah.
And it's dope, you know, because I play these games and I hear music from guys that I know, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's my homie on here. Like he was just at my office, or you know. So shout out to my boy Mark Ford. He's from Oxnard. Check him out, man. He's one of the illest MCs out right now, and he literally just got placement on 2K.
Oh hell yeah! So with artists that are coming in, do you have to? I'm pretty sure you vet them, but like, what are the criteria if they call you on and say, yo, I got this. I'm pretty sure record labels, or maybe them, they call you, are they able to like just DM you guys their music, and then you say, hey, we're gonna bring you in here and do what you need, you know?
Yeah, when a third party like an A&R or a label or just a mutual friend recommends somebody, that's always a plus.
Yeah. Because
people who know me know my style.
Yeah.
They know not to waste my time, you know, because time, you know, with the business I'm in, time is money. Yeah. And I can't, people respect the fact that nobody wants to refer me somebody that's kind of baseline, you know, like in the beginning stages of his career, but we don't really know where he's going to be in a couple years from now. You know, I used to deal with those type of MCs, but now, you know, when you deal with management, people that have management, A&R, you know, I usually get referred dope MCs no matter what, because they know the platform. But now, you know, it flips when MCs reach out to me directly. Yeah, you know, this is from nobody's recommending me an MC. So I deal with independent artists who just want a shot. They see some of their favorite MCs on my platform and they just want a shot. They don't have an A&R, they don't have a homie repping them. And when it comes down to those type of submissions, I have to vet them. I have to control everything, because I'm catering to my platform, to my followers, not you as a rapper.
Gotcha.
You know? So but the best way to get on my platform, I always tell people, you know, I had a conversation a week ago. Some random guy at a show told me, hey, how can I get on? And I'm like, well, that's a kind of a dumb question, because I do so much. You know, shows are just one part of my portfolio. Publicity is one part of my portfolio. Social media is another part of my portfolio. You know, the mic sessions is another part of our portfolio. We have an umbrella and then different type of things that we do.
Gotcha.
You know? So when somebody tells me, hey, how can I get put on? I don't even know how to answer them, because what, you want to get on a show? What, do you want an album review, or want me to post your single, or what? Do you want a mic session? So they kind of, because of my portfolio and the umbrella of work that we do, people respect the fact that you have to earn your way up there.
Gotcha. It's nothing free. Like, yeah, you gotta you gotta make sure you got your rhyming skills and everything. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm tired of taking money from people. You can't buy yourself into placement anymore. At this point, my website, my platform is self-funded. So, when it's self-funded, there's no sponsors telling us what to do.
Gotcha. Yeah, you running your own. You running your own platform without any interference.
Yeah, and then there's less politics involved. Because me, when I first launched the platform, I just wanted to fill the void. Because before my platform ever existed, the blogs out there and the editorial websites out there, they're only covering a small circle of artists. Right?
Yeah.
It's always the same dudes, if not their associates or collaborators. But with the changing of times and social media and the accessibility of music, and anybody can make music now, you don't really have to earn your way to a studio anymore.
Yeah, you can make it off, just make it at your house and do everything else, and have everything hooked up.
Yeah, so it just with that, obviously there's more artists now.
It's too many if you ask me. It's it feel like it's a new person. It's not, it used to be like, like every cycle you got this new, but it's everybody. And what I don't know if you agree with this, the segue in hip hop now, what I don't like, everybody's from the hood. It ain't one person that it's like all hood shit. It's not nothing about your real life.
No, I agree, because that's like that's the way to get accepted, right?
Yeah.
Right? Let's just say that, But Logic, like, he's not hood. He doesn't even hang out with rappers.
I like Logic, actually. I got it's a song on 2 albums that he had ago, or maybe 3 albums ago. I fucks with his music.
Mac Miller wasn't hood.
I love Mac. All I hear is good things about him.
The odd Future cats, they're not really hood. They're just like
my dudes.
Hip hop heads. They're Doom fans. They're skateboarders, bro. Yeah. So at this point, being too hood, it could be a recipe for success or a recipe for disaster. Because once you get tested, when you make the hood stuff, you're gonna get tested.
Yep. And you got to live up to everything you write about.
And then, like, the skinnier you are and the smaller you are, the more you're gonna get tested.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like the best way to even just make your mark in this music stuff is just be yourself, talk about your life experiences, and that's it. That's it, and just focus on what you need to get done. Unfortunately, we don't live 20 years ago, so people just think, oh, let me just make music, and let me make something dope, and let me see if I could get notoriety from these platforms. But now we have this social media clout chasing numbers game disease where Spotify dominates and social media. So 20 years ago, all you needed was good music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nobody really cared how you looked like. Nobody cared. Nobody even knew how many followers you had. Nobody cared, because that was non-existent. But now it's like, not only to make an impression on anybody that has some sort of power in the business, not only do you have to make good music, but you got to have your social media on point.
Yeah.
And then you got to have your Spotify on point.
Yep.
And then you got to have your digital streaming services on point. And then now with social media, you got to look a certain part. But what overshadows that is good music at the end of the day. But we live in this time and age where MCs are so focused on so many other things right now besides music, that the guys who just focus on music are the ones winning.
Yep. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it in the quality of the product they put out, because a lot of these, like I'll say, with these younger generational rappers, you could just tell there's no passion there. I hear interviews sometimes where they're talking to some of these, I guess I'm going to call them hood rappers, they don't even know the people that came before them. So they're not even studying the craft. They just putting the song together and say, oh, and then another thing I don't like.
And I get the frustration from the OGs. We're like, hey, we're not getting our props, we're not getting our dues, but hey, there's always a different era for everything. These guys, all these new 20-year-old, early 20-year-old MCs, rappers, or let's just call them rappers, they grew up listening to Soulja Boy.
Yeah, and 50. I see a lot of 50
and Wayne and stuff like that. You know, but guys like us, we grew up listening to Wu and Nas and Mobb Deep and Hieroglyphics and Immortal Technique.
Mafia, Pastor Troy.
Yeah, but you know, but it's always a rare, you know, situation where, you know, you see a new MC who's, you know, staying rooted and grounded to the, you know, elements of hip hop and this and that. But you know what? You know, just do your thing, man. Just make your music, be professional. Don't act like you're entitled, because I deal with a lot of entitled people in this music business. And you know, if they act some sort of, you know, if I notice some sort of entitlement, I feel entitled.
No, I get it.
Because it's like, hey, you know, we're all in it. You know, when people come to my, I'm invested into the not just my brand, but I guess in the culture.
Yeah,
my brand is known. My face is not known. My name is not known, but my brand is. So I purposely made it that way. You know.
No, that's smart.
And it's not about me, and it's never been about me. You know, and you know, I MC, I make beats myself, but I don't even put myself on, because I'm not that type of dude that focuses on myself. I'm an artist first platform, you know, and I might be the only founder of a legit platform that actually made music and distributed music for my homies and made beats and mixed all my masters and try to get my music into stores and printing out CDs and making sure the artwork looked dope. And you know, I don't really come across much dudes who run platforms who actually made a song in their life or were even creative in any way.
Yeah.
So I think that helps me a lot, because I kind of understand the artist on a creative level.
Yeah.
But my business sense help, you know, a lot of people listen to me, I guess, because I guess I'm a blog founder. I have, I guess, a lot of assets a lot of people want. I'm a value to certain people in the music business. But at the end of the day, man, I love working with independent artists at the end of the day who are creative, who are traveling, who are investing in themselves, and are not trying to just be a normal person in life. And you know, and I admire that, because like us, you know, we joined the military because, you know, we want to do something different. We don't want to be the normal dude.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like me having the platform, the way I run it, I don't deal with normal dudes. I deal with dudes who when they come to my office, it's work.
Yeah.
You know, we're working. You know.
No, I definitely believe in it. And one thing I do like about your platform, like, you have different people from like everywhere, so it's not a West Coast bias. You don't be like, oh, I'm just bringing all West Coast people. I just see we have people from the East Coast, the down South, and that's something I love.
Yeah, we just had a homie from Spain fly in.
Damn.
He did my question.
They rapping in Spain. What they rapping about, bro?
And then we're about to launch some dude from Costa Rica. We're about to put him out in a couple weeks. So
bro, Costa Rica.
Yeah, man. And then, you know, these people, you know, when they're at the office, you know, and they tell me like, yo, it's an honor to be here. And I'm always tripping out. Like, that's weird. But I don't, you know, because I'm there every day, I don't see it like they do. You know, I guess, you know, I don't see the gossip. And I've realized that there's a lot of people in this hip hop game that talk about my brand, who actually recommend my brand to do something with. And that's all the hard work for the past 10 years, man. Writing reviews every Friday for the past 10 years. Like, the consistency that we have is kind of unmatched. I kind of, the whole thing about blog era being dead, and I kind of, you know, I went through that phase, but I was able to survive that.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like the platforms are coming back. The good ones are.
No, I like I said, I watch your platform all the time. But the segue, do you think there will ever be a? What about Trippie Redd? I just thought about that.
Hey, man, you mentioned him because we put him on, right?
Yeah, I remember he was on. He was on y'all. Do you think? I mean, I know you got to be biased or whatever. Do you think that? Because I haven't heard a lot of music from him. I mean, it's not my type. Shout out to him, though.
He grew as an artist, man. Tor,
okay.
man, Tor was there. Tor met him the same day, the same minute I met him.
Damn.
This kid was just randomly recording in the studio next door to us, and he just knocked on our door trying to smoke. And he was looking for a place to smoke because we have a balcony, and his studio didn't let him smoke. So, he randomly just knocked on my door saying, "Hey, dude, hey, you guys are hip hop heads. Can I just chill in here and smoke?" And then I'm just like, "All right, cool." And he saw my brother editing a mic session, and then he just asked us, "Hey, can I get one in?" And then we were like, "Okay." I never even heard of the kid.
So what about like a robbery? Was it a robbery?
No, it wasn't no robbery. It was just we were just vandalized, and we just packed up and moved, and we grew from that. So it wasn't,
Oh no, it's just people just doing. I wouldn't say California shit, but like it shit happens.
Well, yeah, remember I told you in the beginning, we were in the hood. My first office was in the hood.
Yeah.
Like literally in the Rampart division of Los Angeles.
Oh, I heard about that. That was an infamous
literally on Rampart. My address was on Rampart,
Damn.
And so, when you have all these characters coming into this one little spot, there's people scoping us out. So, that's in the past. And, I'm happy that happened to me because, obviously we were victimized from a burglary, but who knows? It could have been a homeless guy or whatever. But as soon as something went missing in there, we packed up and we just moved it down. We moved to a bigger and better spot. So it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. So and as the audience knows, I don't know if you're a veteran. So do you have any Iraq stories or anything like that? Maybe some funny shit in Iraq.
Man, what funny? Man, it was
What about you being blowed up?
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about that. Well, yeah, I got blown up at the power plant. I don't know if anybody tunes in. If you guys were in our AO, any Echo dudes, any 2-4 guys, I got blown up in the power plant right there off of Nova, I think.
By Gibson?
I think it was on the way to Gibson.
Damn. I see.
There was like a barber shop there, and that was a day. A funny thing about that situation where obviously IED hit my 7-ton, and I'm a corpsman, and there's only one corpsman out of what 20 of us or 15 of us, and I just remember that particular day IED hit me. My M16 got blown to smithereens. I don't know how I made it alive. I don't know how I'm not blind. But then I remember, waking up, to like Abalama and Doc Escalera just like fist fighting,
What? What the hell was they fighting about?
Yeah, fist fighting in front of like dudes who were just trying to kill us right now.
What? Why would they fight? Why would they in a fist fight?
It's just Escalera trying to just, check everybody and make sure everybody's okay. But, and Abalama trying to just tactically say, no, we can't fucking do this shit right here. We got to go,
Yeah.
And me, I'm the 19, 20-year-old corpsman, so I'm just doing whatever Escalera's telling me to do, or I'm listening to y'all. I was a youngster over there with you guys, so
yeah, I was talking now because Tour's coming out with the book, right?
Oh, he is?
Yeah, it's gonna be so. And he had a story in there like that. I don't know if you remember Ion.
Yeah, I lived with him before April 6th happened, man.
Yeah, it's called Ramadi Days. That's the name of the book.
Okay, yeah, we actually, before I moved over to 3rd Platoon, obviously I got moved permanently to 3rd Platoon on April 6th, obviously for obvious reasons, because April 6th, Doc Mendez from 3rd Platoon got ambushed, right?
Yeah.
So 3rd Platoon only had one corpsman, right? I would say, right? So, but I was always there anyways. Even before April 6th, I bonded with 3rd Platoon a little more than everybody else for some reason. You know, it's because of Mendez, because me and Mendez, we checked in a 2-4 together.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so me and Doc Mendez, we checked in together, bro. He came from Balboa, I came from China Lake, and we met up in Margarita.
Damn.
And yeah, and they pulled his name out the hat, my name out the hat, and they said, "You two, you guys are going with 2-4, you know, in San Mateo." And I looked at Mendez like, "Hey, where's that?" He's like, "Don't worry, we're gonna go," because he was 27 at the time.
Hey,
He was already E4, he was FMF, so I was following his lead, you know. And so, you know, the second he walked into the BAS, I walked in with him. And so I was close to him because we checked in together. So you already know when you check in, you know, you have that bond, right?
Yeah.
And then Doc Clayton just had me be, I guess, the rover corpsman, I guess, or I guess you know, every platoon had 2 corpsmen, right? And then everybody needed a break.
Yeah, I remember Doc Franz and Doc Dennis for first platoon.
Yeah, first platoon was Franz and Alamalo. Franz and Alamalo. And then the reason why I'm blessed enough to know all you guys is because I think you guys remember me patrolling with y'all randomly.
Hell yeah.
And because either Menards was, you know, off or Franz was off.
I forgot about Doc Menards, man. Shout out to
Menards. Yeah. And then for second platoon, I used to, you know, fill in the void when Dennis was tired or Gutierrez was tired or Doc Moore.
Yeah.
Remember Doc Moore?
Yeah, I definitely remember Doc Moore. Yep.
Yeah, so then third platoon was Escalera, me, and Mendez. So I can you know what? All the platoons had 3 corpsmen besides weapons. Weapons was Alamalo.
Yeah.
You know?
But
the first platoon was Menards, Elliott, and Franz. Second platoon was Gutierrez, Dennis, Moore.
Hey, when I got shot, Doc Franz is the one that really he was still trying to operate him. Like he was trying to like help me and shit. They had to hit him.
Doc Franz, he's a teacher. He's an English teacher. I think.
Shout out to Doc Franz. That man. I always shot him.
He's an English teacher in South America. Trip out.
Hell yeah! Shout out to you, Doc Franz.
And but I still keep in contact with all those guys, you know. But I kind of sense that I'm the corpsman that kind of puts myself out there a bit, you know.
But did you get sailor? Did you get sailor? Was it sailor of the month or year or quarter when you got Joe Award in 2005?
In 2005, man, fuck, I got nominated and then I got chosen to be Navy Time Sailor of the Year for the whole Navy.
Yeah, brother.
So I think that's kind of like bigger than Sailor of the Quarter or Sailor. You know? But if it wasn't for y'all, but if my story and my citation is based off the 2-4 deployment though. Dang. So I didn't do nothing special. I was just part of this. You know, I was just part of this unit who suffered so much adversity that obviously we got publicity, we got some notoriety, and I just happened to be part of that circle.
Oh, man, you were out there patrolling like double docks. Man, y'all did a lot, man. And so that's what Ramadi Days is kind of about too. Is just trying to give Tour's book is just trying to give a shout out to all those people because you know you had other people that write books and the books wasn't really about everybody was over there. So the book is not even glory. He has a part in it, but he's writing everybody else's story to make sure it sounds like okay, boom. And
I remember the time. Another funny story. I remember a time where I'm just hanging my clothes. I'm just doing laundry, hanging my clothes. And as soon as I walk away from my clothes, a mortar round hits my clothes, blows all my camis to smithereens. And while like all the Marines are outside joking and jaw-jacking, you know, grabbing the mortar round, but like, oh my God, look at the mortar round almost down that hit all your clothes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait up. I was just standing there like 60 seconds ago.
Man, yo. And that's probably one of them days. Remember, we used to get mortared all the time. They used to just keep hitting the firm, like boom, boom.
Yeah, that's how Hernandez got hit by a mortar round. Gunny Coleman, he got hit by a mortar round, and man, I think Doc Clayton, I think he got hit by some shrapnel too. You know,
so do you think first platoon saw more action than third platoon?
Man, at the end of the day, man. Look, man,
I'm just messing with you, man.
You know, keep in mind, in my recollection of things, on April 6th, a couple of days prior, I sprained my ankle. right? Typical stuff, right? We all get hurt, and then we get on LLD, right? Light limited duty. And then, so I think like April 3rd or April 2nd, somewhere around early April, Staff Sergeant Walker was really pissed at me because I sprained my ankle while holding a 240. And then there he was like, "Why the fuck are you holding a 240?" I'm like, "Well, I'm just giving the homie a break right here because we're coming back to base, and like he just told me to hold it, so I'm just holding it, and I sprained my ankle because of it, you know." And then he's like, "Well, fuck, this and that, and excuse my language, but
nah, you curse, man. This is smoking and joking pot.
Yeah, and then and then he was so pissed at me, man, and so I was always trying to like, make it up to him, I just remember that specific time where I kind of felt like I disappointed everybody, all because like I'm patrolling every day and then I sprain my ankle, and by then by our 10th patrol we're like robots, but we want to go out on patrol. I kind of feel like I lived a life where like I would rather be on patrol for some reason,
Did you ever make music? I know you still make music, but did you have one song about Ramadi?
Yeah, I got a few songs. I got a few songs about Ramadi, and but getting back to the who went through more stuff. My recollection of it was first platoon was getting hit first.
Yeah.
I just remember, the radios at the BAS, and they were like, "Well, we got some KIAs coming, and it's first platoon." And I'm just thinking to myself, okay. And the first thing I thought, the selfish, and then you start going through like mental roller coasters, selfish. So it's like, I'm not too close with first platoon. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, thank God it's not third platoon.
No, I mean, but you wouldn't have that reaction because those were your Marines. So anybody would have had that reaction.
And, it's like a selfish reaction, but it's like, at the end of the day, I'm preparing myself for first platoon, for Cherry, I'm expecting, I didn't know who the casualties were. Nobody knew. But I think, well, in first platoon, who got hit? Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry.
Who else that day?
I don't know if it was Cherry's that day. God forgive me if I'm wrong.
No, but I do remember it was first platoon getting hit. It was some sort of tree line. There were some insurgents on the tree line plotting some stuff, and they got ambushed. So we were expecting all these casualties, and the next thing you know, it was third platoon. Yeah. And I was just, and I was able to maintain my, my head and do the best I can. And but as far as I'm concerned, every platoon had their share of adversity and skeletons in the closet, and that whole company, man. I would say weapons. I would say weapons went through some stuff too, man, because they got
they did.
They got hit by that IED that demolished the whole Humvee, and it just didn't touch Doc Alamalo, and I was just so weirded out. I was like, how are you still alive? Everybody else is literally in the ICU.
That's the man upstairs, bro. It was the post call.
Yeah, so and I credit the man upstairs also, for me coming back, and for you coming back, and for Torque, and everybody coming back, but selfishly, we all came back, but thank God we came back.
No, that's the biggest, that's the biggest thing. And I know we all go through it. I mean, even it was good to be at the reunion, but it's always kind of bittersweet being there because, we're there to kind of like, definitely reconnect and everything. But I felt like it's always sad because it's like when you see the Gold Star moms and then you see their family and stuff, because you be like, man, it's just
we all have that shit. It's kind of like, it's more like survivor's guilt, and it's normal. We got, man, your son didn't come back, I did, but we're just blessed enough that if them being in our presence, if it gives them a smile, that's where I'm there for.
Definitely.
And at the end of the day, if I would have died, y'all would have been there for my mom.
Yeah, that's what I told myself. I thought about that. I was like, it could easily be. I think about Roberts a lot too, because Roberts, when we were at that boot drop, to 2-4 and
Man,
just
man.
you
So
know,
you came from the East Coast with Roberts, huh?
yeah, Reed Robert. That's why my last name is Reed Roberts. Like everybody,
It's
quick.
you know, it's a funny, you know, it's funny because specifically about Roberts, I went to high school with you know, with a stud of a wrestler. He was a, you know, athlete. He was a bully. You know, the Montoya brothers. They all joined the Marine Corps. They all joined the Marine Corps. They were just like, you know, hardcore Mexican dudes, you know,
Yeah,
like like a Barone or a Garcia, you know.
got you.
And then, but they came from my hometown, Downey. So, you know, 15 years later, I'm just doing a random post, you know, sharing something about Roberts and, you know, sharing our memorial wall or whatever. And I get this random DM. I'm like, hey, man, I went to high school with you, you know, and, you know, I didn't know you were a corpsman. I didn't know you served with 2-4. I was a squad leader for another unit, and you know, on a deployment after you guys. But I went to boot camp, and I went to boot camp with Roberts, and I'm like, wait up, how? You're from California, you know? He's all like, nah, I went to boot camp with Roberts, man. He's my guy, you know? And then I'm just like, man, and you know,
Yeah.
and you know, little situations like that,
Mm-hmm.
like for a guy to reach out to me because he knew I served with Roberts, it made him feel better.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's a beautiful story, man. And Robert's God rest his
Yeah,
soul.
and I just remember Roberts and Cobb always getting picked on by Gunny Coleman, but you know,
Yeah,
God bless Gunny Coleman at the end of the day.
he's a wild.
But like I just remember like them two were always up to no good. Like they were always inseparable. Roberts and Cobb.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like me saying that, you knew I obviously it's like I
No,
was
you would have. Yeah, you would have definitely had to know that because that's
you know,
how it was though. Because
like
he was.
they were the two little minions always like
Yeah.
together, you know, and like
Yeah.
inseparable. And I cherish that bond about them. And you know, in contrary, they died together, man. So it just you know, these stories, you know, are just beyond insane what we went through. But you know, I trip on the fact that I kind of witnessed all this.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it doesn't really affect me as much as others because I was prepared to see trauma. I was prepared to see somebody die. I was, you know, because you know, corpsmen, that's what we're trained for. You know, we're trained to, you know, we want to see somebody get shot. We want to, not like in a bad way, but we want to get our hands dirty. We want to triage.
Well,
we want, you know, we want to
I
treat.
meant to ask you that when you say, and it's a powerful thing, and I want everybody to understand it, what double dots do. So that's what Ramadi Days is going to be about, the book that's Tours writing. But also, when you say my Marines, what does that mean? Like, tell everybody what that means, because a lot of people don't get, like, y'all are the backbone, to be honest, of a lot of shit. Like, double dots, without y'all, man, half of us wouldn't really be here, bro. So,
you know what? I had no idea about the Marine Corps affiliation with the Navy when I joined. I did not walk into a Marine Corps recruiting office, man.
but you damn sure ain't not Ramadi. You became one,
right?
Yeah.
You know, my Marines at this point, every Marine who served is my Marine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if you're a new guy joining yesterday. You know, you got the EGA. You know, you're my Marine.
Yeah.
But realistically, man, you guys. Well, you guys are my Marines, man. At the end of the day, I'm trying to blend in with y'all. Y'all are telling us what to do, but you know, we're trained in a specific way to prepare for certain situations that you guys are not prepared to train for.
Oh no, definitely,
You know?
especially with trauma or anything. Somebody, you know, I go back to when Carol got his leg blown off. That was like some traumatic shit, man. Like, cause it was damn near like it was like almost like just hanging off damn near.
And I think that's why you guys have respect for us, because me going to a Pogue unit, and my bad, I said just Pogue. I just have this. Y'all taught me that. It's y'all's fault.
I mean, it is. If you a Pogue, I had somebody in boot camp.
Like,
so
I was blessed enough to deploy with 2 units, 2-4, 5th Marines, and CLB 1.
Okay.
You know, so I went from division to group, right? Yeah. So me being with group is a whole different fraternity. It's a whole different culture. Like, it's just so different than division. You know, and I kind of noticed in the CLB battalion, they don't really have respect for the corpsmen like y'all do.
Oh, we love y'all, man.
And the thing is, the same thing with the corpsmen. They don't really have. They're not really as bonded with the Marines in CLB1 because, you know, they're in their BAS and the logistics guys. They're fuelers, they're supply guys, they're logistics, right? So nobody's really. Yes, you know, we are risking our lives to deliver, you know, goods and services to different bases, but we're not patrolling the streets, dude. Like, we're not street cops, you know. But I kind of feel like the reason why infantry Marines have a lot of respect for corpsmen is, especially combat veterans, is I kind of feel like the second you guys see a corpsman treat one of your buddies,
yeah, it's a burn forever, man.
Yeah, it's a wrap, you know.
Yep.
And then, like, in my opinion about the Marines, it's like, imagine when I went to group, right? And I kind of feel like these guys wouldn't take a bullet for me.
See, now that's some powerful shit right there, man.
And it's not their fault.
It's just, they're just not. They don't have that cohesiveness or that bond that we, like, I guess with Marines and Double Docs have. Like, a lot of people don't even understand that, especially being in a war zone like Ramadi, Iraq. In 2007,
I remember, you know, me doing 500-mile convoys all around Iraq, 1,000-mile convoys, supplying bases from all over the place. And I remember, you know, obviously we're like condition 2, we're in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere. But like whenever we're like approaching a city or a town, like, you know, a few clicks away, then obviously on the radios, condition 1, guys, condition 1. And then you see all the like group Marines, fuck yeah. Condition 1, let's get some. Like, we hope we get ambushed. And I'm looking at like, man, y'all don't even, like, y'all don't want that, man.
Yeah, no.
And I don't wish that upon nobody.
Nope, not one soul.
You know, us, we're different. Like, you guys are complete like savages. You like, you guys have, like straight up, you guys have no filter, you guys have no level of regret. You guys just go in. You know, you guys don't think twice about it. You guys, you know, as far as I'm concerned, if Staff Sergeant Walker would have looked at you, Reed, and be like, "Hey, Reed, I need you in my truck," you would have been like, "Okay."
I was trying to be honest. Even when that day happened, I already got, like, I had to go work in the chow hall because I had I lost my mind on like the 3rd or something like that. Because
there's no hesitation. There's more respect.
Yeah.
There's more like respect for your. In group, it's all about rank, right? But in division, it's all about experience.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like, think about it. Guys like Rogers, Contreras.
Yep.
Man.
Thomas. I'm gonna throw the Thomas, McIntosh.
I could throw Tate in there. Tor. Like, all of y'all, but I'm talking about like the seasoned Lance Corporals like Albalama.
Yo, yeah, shout out to
like even though Contreras and Albalama, they were like Lance Corporals, but they were respected.
Yeah.
See, in group, nobody gives a fuck, or excuse my language, about what you went through. It's all about your rank.
Yep.
So, but best believe, you know, when I checked in a group, you know, I'm an intimidating figure because, you know, I'm a combat action ribbon guy. I'm
running the show.
and I check in here, and all these group Marines are just grilling me like, "Yo, so what do you see out there? What are we gonna expect?" And I'm like, "Bro, y'all don't want none of that, man. At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, man, I don't, you know, I just wish nothing happens to us. I wish none, you know, I don't even want to get a combat action ribbon on my second deployment."
That's what I said about the Purple Heart. I was like, because people are like, you never talk. I'll be like, because this wasn't, you know, you get it. Only way you can get it if something happens to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
I remember there was a certain, you know, a phase in our deployment where like the cats who got Purple Hearts, I kind of felt that resentment to dudes who didn't, like, because at the end of the day, man, I kind of just feel like everybody got hit in a certain way.
Yeah, most definitely.
But we just, you know, guys like us, we just happen to be around the people who said, "Hey, go to the BAS." Because, you know, when I got hit, I didn't think I was that bad. Like Ablama was there, Garcia was there, Doc Escalera. IED hit me, it blew my M16 to pieces. So that's how close it was to me. So, for me to even recollect, to even think back at it and be like, it wasn't really that bad. I'm kind of probably, sprinkling a little sugar on there, but for me to tell you, oh, I got hit by IED and my M16 got blown to smithereens, like,
oh, that's some big shit. That's big, man.
I just don't know how I made it out of that situation. So all I remember is like me waking up, and then you guys, Escalera took care of me, and he told me to treat the gunner who was, I think, almost dying. And I started treating the gunner. And then I remember Smith was the A driver. I specifically remember him because he was the patient that I went back to the BAS with. And then he ended up getting like a silver star for that day or something, a citation. So that day at the power plant resulted in Smith getting a citation and myself because I got wounded. But
did you go home? Did you? Oh, you stayed?
No, I remember getting back to the BAS and I was just mad. I got my Kevlar and I threw it to the ground, and then HM1 Carmonco, he told me like, "Hey, you got to cut. You're bleeding from your head." And then he just patched me up, and the next day I was patrolling.
Do you think now that we all been out and it's been like over 20 years, do you think how do you handle your mental health?
Man, you know what? I don't really focus on none of that, man. I'm a hip hop head. I'm focused on my business and going to my office and writing my content. So I just kind of feel like I'm just blessed enough that I got some sort of hobby that turned into something that transpired to something so bigger than me that it keeps me focused and level headed. And I just kind of feel like my military past is my past, man. Like, don't even depend on me for CPR at this point.
No, I get you. And I think that's the best way to do it, because some people, it's a daily struggle, but when you find an outlet that you love or something that you like doing, it's better for you.
I think because of the adversity that we went through, well, personally, what I went through, everybody went through their fair share of adversity.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it gave me a lot more strength to deal with things.
Yeah.
I can't. First of all, I can't say I didn't do enough. So I just kind of feel like a lot of combat veterans, especially BAS guys or group guys, I kind of just feel like it's always cool to go to deployments and be safe, right?
Yeah.
And then you're kind of relieved that you're not the one patrolling, is those guys.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I feel me being part of the veteran community for what, 15 years now, well over 15 years. I kind of feel like the infantry dudes don't suffer as much PTSD or guilt or whatever than like group dudes or people that feel like they could have done more or should have done more.
Yeah. So
hopefully you can understand what I'm going at.
No, I get it. It's just kind of because it's almost adapted and overcoming a lot of shit, man. Because if you can handle the stress in Iraq, you damn sure can handle the stress that's going on here.
Yeah,
world.
So I avoid a lot of PTSD topics and group, nonprofit stuff, and I don't want to be reminded about that stuff. It's like, if y'all want to be reminded about that stuff, go ahead. But I'm doing my thing, and it's like, I would rather, be at my office doing a mic session or writing an album review than going to some PTSD retreat, reminding me that I should feel bad for myself. Like, nah, I'm straight, But nothing against veterans who feel that way. Like, nothing against that.
No, it's different.
Everybody's different, but
yeah.
I just kind of feel like, don't come at me with that PTSD stuff, because
no,
it's like, first of all, what did you go through?
I've been around people that have been like on like 8, 9 deployments, and they functioning through life. But I think what happens to some people, even before you get in, we don't do mental health checks to join the military. So you already fucked up, and on top of that, you got trauma. Like me, I grew up without parents. Really, I grew up in foster care. So all of that trauma in foster care mixed with this trauma now is like the trauma in Iraq.
You went from thick skin to thicker skin, bottom line.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I went from like soft skin, I came from divorced parents, but I had my share of adversity when I was a kid, but I joined the Navy to escape some things and to not be dependent and not. First of all, I joined not to be dependent on anybody. I learned that at a young age where I started grinding. I started working at 14, 15, knocking on doors, selling newspapers. So once I got, me being able to work at such a young age and having that freedom to just like work and lie about my age. And I told people I was 16, but I was actually at 14 or 15 working, making money, that kind of prepares you to live independently. It kind of prepares you to be like, once you're 18, you want to do your thing, so I just joined the Navy to, get some benefits, I guess, and to pursue, something different. But I'm just blessed. I don't regret it to one day because I got to meet y'all. I got to know you guys, and you guys are more family to me than my real family at this point. And
that's deep, brother. We feel the same way about you, brother. Same way.
But I'm not here trying to let people borrow my money or nothing like that.
Hey, only favor I want is when Prodigy daughter and come, just tell her that I would give that I enjoy her music. Just tell her from me. So hey, Doc. So we're running out a little bit of time. You want to promote?
Hey, when your son hits the NFL, bro, you already know I'm VIP, bro.
Hey, got you, bro. Got you.
And shout out to you, and shout out to you and your kids, and shout out to your son. He's killing the game right now. He went from Colorado to USC.
Yeah, well now he's at BYU right now. Go Cougars.
Okay, he's at BYU right now.
That's what they're supposed to say. Yeah.
Okay, dope. So you guys were just shopping around, and
Yeah, he had to find where. Yeah, he's enjoying it out there. But Doc, do you want to promote anything as we wrap up?
No, I just want to shout out to, freaking tourist company, Artius, right?
Artius, yep.
Artius, man. Shout out to Artius, man.
Hell yeah. And this is sponsored by Artius also. And Invest 365.
Oh, Talinda. I remember that dude. That dude was like he was the cool guy.
No? Hell yeah. Yep. Cool as hell, too.
Shout out to Talinda, man. I'm sure you remember my little young, my when I was young, but I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed that, that I got you guys part of my life, and we always keep in contact, and shout out to the guys tuning in, and Woodall, Talinda, I don't think no Third Platoon guys are tuned in, but hopefully they see.
Yeah, shout out to Woody, man. Shout out to Woodall and Talinda, man.
Yeah, man. I fuck with Woodall, man. Oh, she's my language.
Hell
man.
Yeah, that's my little brother, man.
I'm messing with Woodall, man. And the adversity he went through, man, is like, man, I want to punch somebody. I want to punch somebody in the face, but that's just my stuff. But
he would never retire. He still need to. If it's a military to be, Woodall will find it.
He needs to retire by now, bro. Abulama already, threw in the towel.
Yeah.
And but I'm proud of all you guys, man, and hopefully, and one of the part of the reasons why I enjoy doing one of my stuff because I want you guys to see what I'm doing too, man. Like my hip hop.
Yeah, man, you're an inspiration.
Hopefully, inspires anybody to get off their ass and do something because dwelling on the past and dwelling in Ramadi and this and that and it's cool to a certain point where it can't really take over your life.
No, I get it. No, I don't. I mean, you're gonna inspire so many, man. Having your own company and doing something that you love to do. Because the worst thing is to wake up every day and not enjoy what you do. And you pray, and like I said, I follow the blog, I follow everything on Instagram. You have some dope MCs. Like I said, when Prodigy daughter tell her, hey, she has a fan in me. Not just because she looks fine. I dig her style. I like her.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, shout out to you, Reed, man. I love you, bro, and you're my Marine to the day I die.
I love you too, bro.
And and let's keep doing this. And I like the fact that you guys talked about this podcast months ago, and now you guys are making it happen. So that's the whole point. And that's the whole point of living life, man. Just make it happen, man. Because if you don't make something happen, you're gonna regret not doing it. Right now I'm launching a marketing agency.
Yeah,
it's a new company.
So where can you tell the audience where they can follow you at on Instagram and Twitter?
UGHHBLOG.
Okay.
It's Underground Hip Hop Blog. UGHH blog, or you could just Google us, or you could just Google the words underground hip hop. But you know, my alias is Convoy, and that's like my rap persona. And yeah, I made a few songs. You know, I got a few albums, and I made a track with Tor, and you know, all I care about is you guys don't think I'm whack on the mic or nothing like that.
Nah, man, you got it, brother. You don't.
You know, and you know, I just been around some great people in my life, and it's all about who you surround yourself with. At the end of the day, man, everybody could be cool and be the biggest combat veteran and the hardcore guy, but at the end of the day, man, what we went through, man, it really humbled us, and I think we're just a different breed of veterans that went through so much stuff that it really humbled us to where we have no regrets.
No, I say that all the time. And shout out to Vest 365, man. They, like I say, like I love veteran organizations that give back and help out. So,
Linda knows my rap name now, Convoy. That's dope. Yeah, a lot of people know me as Convoy, man, in the business. And the scene.
Hell yeah! Nah, I remember because you know we follow each other on Instagram, so I always see it there.
So Telinda, make sure you follow me. Just look up Convoy, CONVOY, and then you'll find me. And then I don't put my name out there, bro, because I'm not gonna put Victor.
I know, man. You never seem to ever, since I know you've never been like the person to be at the forefront, like always. You like behind the scenes type. So,
but you know what? I always tell people when you go to a hip hop show, the power makers and the heavy hitters are always in the back chilling, looking at everything. I'm studying. I'm studying the MCs. You know, I want to make sure. I hold people accountable. But other than that, I know we're cutting short of time. I got to go to Bastards right now.
Okay.
Shout out to Bastards Canteen, and then I'm going to the Immortal Technique show tonight. So, I got things to do, and it's a Thursday night, not even Friday. So that's just a day of a life of a hip hop blogger, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Hip hop on a Thursday.
Hell yeah, brother. But thank you for being on the show, man. I really appreciate it, bro. And we definitely where can we find your music at?
My music? Non-Combatants. So my crew is called Non-Combatants. And right there, just go on my Instagram. You can hit up my Bandcamp, and you can listen to all my music, man. You could peep out my verses on my gram and all that. But I can't say I stopped making music. I've had a little writer's block. Gotcha. But all it takes is for me to snap out of it, and then I'm banging out tracks and beats and stuff like that. So, but man, shout out to Telinda, man. He's going in right now.
Hey, shout out to Telinda too, man.
I got some Telinda pictures. Telinda, hit me up. I got some of your pictures, bro. I got a lot of pictures of you that you probably don't even know about. I'm the guy. I'm the weirdo that's sending everybody their death pictures and their pictures. I don't know if you noticed that, Reed. Right?
Shout out you for that too, man. Huh? Shout out. Hey, with the stuff you sent me, there was some good pictures too.
Yeah, man. I got pictures of everybody, man. It's because I came up on Doc Moore's hard drive.
Gotcha.
By coincidence from Klein from Weapons.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Pictures is super throwback, man. You see a lot of memories in those pictures.
Yeah, and Telinda, I got your death picture too. So, so the death picture is the one in front of the guidon, right?
Yeah. That's you know what? I never knew why they took them pictures. I just thought they were like, "Oh, you gotta take a picture."
It's a trip because you're a Marine.
Yeah.
I'm a corpsman who's been attached to Marines, and I've never been part of a unit where we took those type of pictures.
Yeah.
There was some sort of, but thank God we took them.
Hell yeah. I mean,
it's like, hey, just in case somebody falls, we just don't have a dog tag or a dog tag. We actually have your picture.
You have a whole lot of pictures.
And,
so hey, Doc. So we're wrapping up right now, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be keeping looking at the blog. Like I say, when Prodigy daughter come on there, I would definitely be in the comments.
Shout out to all the corpsmen that we serve with, Clayton. I still chill with Menares. Doc Gutierrez. Escalera. Shout out to Moore, Franz, Elliot. Dennis. And RIP Doc Mendez, and RIP to all the Marines, all the brothers that we lost, and they never
out to all the devil docs.
And it's up to us to live lives for them, and just none of us are perfect, but if we could just make those guys who never came back proud, just in a small way. That's all that matters, man. Because they're at the end of the day, they're looking down on us, and they're taking care of us, and they want the best for us. And as much as like I said, if I would have passed away, you guys would have been, supporting my family, and vice versa. So, but much respect to the Marine Corps, the Navy, but that's just the past. And shout out to your podcast. Most importantly, you're making it happen, Reed.
Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Until next time, brother.
Hey, Talenda, reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm old school, so Instagram, that's the way to go. But hey, shout out to Reed and Tor, and shout out to Gibson for making this happen. Gibson is the guy.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Bob.
All right, peace.
All right, peace, brother.
All right, peace.
Hey, that was a dope show. We had Dr. Urana on it. Oh man, learned a lot, especially man. Shout out to all hip hop blogs. Shout out, like he's been doing this thing with this music thing. It's been going crazy. Like I said, I definitely tuned in. We learned a lot, man. We learned a lot about this whole music thing. So, hey man, please like and subscribe. Like once again, this podcast is sponsored by Artias, Bets 365. Just look out for the book Ramadi Days. That's coming out. That's gonna be dope. And donate it will be out tomorrow at 2:00, so 1400. Also, man, just make sure you take care of your mental health, man. Don't let nothing get you down. Like I said, man, it's as we navigate this crazy world, man, we all need everybody. So, man, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're alive. We're glad that you're tuning in to this podcast, man. Hey, man, like and subscribe. And don't forget to donate to Vets 365, a great organization. Like I said, they have helped me in the past. They actually furnished my apartment and everything. So, do that, man. Like I started off before, man, saying like, when we first got on, I was talking about, just because somebody your blood, you gotta sometimes remove yourself from them. You can still love them, but you gotta love them from afar. And don't let nobody mess with your peace. Always remember that, man. Do your thing. Shout out to my co-host Ralphine. Can't wait for the show on Sunday. Definitely tune in to that. There's Father's Day, so we know we're gonna be talking a lot of shit, man. Especially, I'm pretty sure a lot of people gonna be talking, hey, child support, you gotta pay that shit. So that's what I'm on. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's an ass of money. So shout out to the fathers. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the people that's viewing this and listening to it. Like I said, man, if you want to get on the show and you got anything, you might want to talk about it, call in. Make sure you hit up Bob and Tour. And yeah, man, let's just have a good time, man. I think these episodes have been going out, so you can follow us on YouTube and Instagram. It don't cost nothing, and if you don't like it, just be like, hey man, I don't like that shit, man. If you do like it, hey, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, man. Because every week we're gonna have guests and we're gonna be talking that smoking and joking, man. So definitely keep an eye on that. And once again, man, mental health. Definitely get your mental health checked. Because we losing too many good people for a lot of stuff. And if you're gonna drink responsibly. And if you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do it responsibly. I'm out.